Chinese fighter jets and warships simulated strikes on Taiwan Sunday as they encircled the island during a second day of military drills launched in response to its president meeting with the U.S. House Speaker. The exercises sparked condemnation from Taipei and calls for restraint from Washington, which said it was monitoring Beijing's actions closely. Dubbed Joint Sword, the three-day operation, which includes rehearsing an encirclement of Taiwan, will run until Monday, the People's Liberation Army's PLA Eastern Theater Command said. China's war games involved sending planes, ships and personnel into the maritime areas and airspace around all four sides of Taiwan, the army said as it launched the exercises, engineered to flex Beijing's military muscles. A report from state broadcaster CCTV on Sunday said drills had simulated joint precision strikes against key targets on Taiwan Island and surrounding waters, adding that forces continue to maintain the situation of closely encircling the island. The Air Force also deployed dozens of aircraft to fly into the target airspace, and ground forces had carried out drills for multi-target precision strikes, the report added. Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen immediately denounced the drills, which come after she met last week with U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy outside Los Angeles on her way home from a visit with two allied countries in Central America. She pledged to work with the U.S. and other like-minded countries in the face of continued authoritarian expansionism. In Washington, a State Department spokesperson said the United States had consistently urged restraint and no change to the status quo, while the Pentagon said it too was monitoring events closely.
PLA's recent harassment with their assets has destabilized the region. This time, President Tsai's visit became their excuse to conduct exercises, and their actions have severely jeopardized the security of the surrounding region. With no intention to escalate the situation, the ROC Armed Forces will uphold our sovereignty and maintain our national security in a composed, rational, and thoughtful manner. Meanwhile, our air defense units have remained on high alert. They closely monitor every possible target and react to contingencies accordingly.
News agency AFP saw no immediate signs of enhanced military maneuvers on the northern coast of Pingtan, a Chinese island across the strait from Taiwan where the live ammunition exercises will kick off on Monday. China views democratic, self-ruled Taiwan as part of its territory and has vowed to take it one day, by force if necessary. Taipei's defense ministry said it had detected 11 Chinese warships and 70 aircraft around Taiwan on Sunday. It said 45 aircraft had crossed the median line separating Taiwan from mainland China on Saturday, the most incursions this year, according to figures maintained by AFP. Over the weekend there were around 150 detections of Chinese ships or aircraft, including fighter jets, drones, bombers, and transport aircraft, according to the ministry. The island has been on high alert and said its forces will be well prepared and maintain solid combat readiness, while making sure not to escalate conflict. An AFP journalist saw Mirage 2000 fighter jets scrambling at the Hsinchu Air Force Base in northern Taiwan on Sunday. 3 boats from Taiwan's elite amphibious reconnaissance and patrol unit were also seen patrolling the Matsu Islands on Sunday, according to an AFP journalist. In August last year, China deployed warships, missiles and fighter jets around Taiwan in its largest show of force in years following a trip to the island by McCarthy's predecessor, Nancy Pelosi. Tsai returned to Taiwan on Friday after visiting her island's dwindling band of official diplomatic allies in Latin America, with 2 U.S. stopovers that included meetings with McCarthy and other lawmakers. The United States has been deliberately ambiguous on whether it would defend Taiwan militarily, although for decades it has sold weapons to Taipei to help ensure its self-defense. Exercises on Monday will include live fire drills off the rocky coast of China's Fujian province, about 80 kilometers south of Taiwan's Matsu Islands and 190 kilometers from Taipei. Do tell us what you think about this video in the comments section, and for more news updates, subscribe to India Today.